is the most experienced and most productive quarterback in FBS history. Talking, of course, about Oregon Ducks quarterback Dillon Gabriel, who led the Big Ten champion Ducks this year into the CFP. He is a guy with a tremendous skill set here, DJ, and has seen a lot of football playing at 3 different schools, but ending up at Oregon.
Yeah, I should just rack what I said last year. We've got an Oregon quarterback who's played at multiple schools, who started a zillion games and relies on actually touch and timing to play an efficient brand of football. We saw Bo Nix use this as a launching pad into the first round last year. Excited to see Dillon Gabriel compete. He is a very, very accurate quarterback.
And what's interesting to me about it is when you said accuracy, touch, timing, I think people get in their minds, well, he's just a dart thrower. The ball's going to go 5 yards and people are going to take it and go with it. But you will find those throws downfield, as we did with Bo Nix, that people may not have expected. And as you mentioned, DJ, he's been at 3 different schools, 3 different systems, adapted to all of them, and played at a high level at each one of those schools, made every place he was a better place.
And just one of the quarterbacks that we will see as the national team hits the practice field first here at South Alabama. And for more on the other 2 quarterbacks who we're going to see throw it around a little bit, we head down to the field and Tom Pelissero.
Right, as you said, a big week for these quarterbacks because there's people like Giants general manager Joe Shane standing 20 yards to my right, a chance to make an impression with all these decision makers watching. Tyler Shuck is here, had a big year at Louisville, 7 years at the college level. How long has Tyler Shuck been in college football? It's a redshirt freshman. He was backing up Justin Herbert at Oregon. Then one of the mystery men in this entire Senior Bowl, Taylor Elgersma, the quarterback of the Laurier Golden Hawks in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. This is his 3rd All-Star game in the past 3 weeks when Will Howard was a little bit busy with Ohio State. They needed another arm. Elgersma has impressed. A lot of differences, though. I just ran into his head coach and his offensive coordinator here. The field, of course, in Canada is wider. They play 12 on 12. And I am told that the ball has a lot more girth to it, about the same length, but it's a much wider ball. He's still getting used to a whole lot of things out here. The Heck Crichton Award winner, and he certainly hopes to make a big impression here in Mobile, guys.
Tom, thanks very much. Yeah, that's the Canadian Heisman, we'll call it, that Taylor Elgersma won there. Excited to see him compete a little bit. His coaches actually say the 65-yard width of the field will actually be a benefit to him here in Mobile because you're going to get to see that arm strength with a little bit less going from side to side, field to field, with utilizing the width here. So excited to see what he has in store for us here today. Of course, a lot more on the docket as we just get set with the teams coming out onto the field here. On the defensive side of the ball, DJ, you've got a number of your top 50 players in this year's draft, which is actually fresh out on NFL.com today. Mike Green is one of them, the nation's sack leader from the Marshall Thundering Herd. Deej, a big-time player, and excited to see how he competes here with the best of the best.
Yeah, he's a fun player to study. And I think back when Khalil Mack was coming out, he was at Buffalo, and the first tape everybody popped on was the Ohio State film. And he was dominant and stood out on that field. And Mike Green, now he's not as big and not quite as physical as Khalil Mack. He's not going to go as high as Khalil Mack did, CD. But he showed out in that ball game. Got home in a variety of ways, has a nasty spin move. The production is off the charts. One of the big knocks was, okay, well, how big is he? In the spring, he was 236 pounds. So he checks in 251 pounds here at the Senior Bowl.
And a good-looking 251.
Yes.
Sometimes you add that weight, and it drains you, right? It weighs on you. For him, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. He's going to carry that just fine. But it's interesting to me that with pass rushers, it's almost gotten to that point where it doesn't matter where they're coming from. The production is the key. You mentioned Khalil Mack, University of Buffalo. Caleb Murphy won the Ted Hendricks Award a couple years ago out of Ferris State. He's still in the league of things with the Chargers right now. Here comes Mike Green from Marshall, right? He was a finalist for the Ted Hendricks Award this year. If you can rush the passer and you have that array of moves, you'll find your place, and Mike Green is going to do that.
And DJ, you certainly know, having worked with the Ravens under the tutelage of the great Ozzie Newsome, sack production translates regardless of level of competition, right?
Yeah, look, it's a knack. It's the ability to finish once you get there. And he is one of many defensive linemen in this loaded class at this ball game.
And that is a theme of this draft that we are going to talk about as well, is the depth of the elite talent at the defensive line position. We actually have 9 players from your top 50 on the field here with the national team. Also have 3 first-round draft picks from your first mock draft that are here as well. By the way, Mike Green, you had going to the Detroit Lions at number 28. Not so sure how Vikings, Packers, and Bears fans feel about that. But this is a terrific group, certainly, as you get a look at that group. Josh Connerly, another one of those top 50 players for you. Josh Connerly wearing 55 in orange today. You've got him as your 38th player, and a pretty good tackle class that we're going to see here this year as well.
Yeah, one of many with size, length, quickness. Had a chance to go see him live against Michigan. Look, he's someone that I think when you're looking for somebody who has the traits and the skills to start at left tackle, I think that is there. Now, I like seeing bend a little bit better, and that's why the one-on-ones will be big this week. Charles, he's going to get tested and challenged, and that's what's so great about the Senior Bowl. You get to see it out there.
And what I also love is the fact that you said you saw him against Michigan. Remember, Oregon is in the Big Ten now. And when they went into the Big Ten, what did a lot of people think with old school traditional thinking? Oh, they got to deal with physicality. How's it going to be? Folks, it's not the same as it used to be, first and foremost. But second of all, no problem for that. Oregon went in there, won the Big Ten. And what I like about Connerly, Oregon linemen move, right? Part of their offense is they have the ability to move. And you watch him at left tackle, pulling and going to the opposite side and creating space for his runners and protecting his passers.
Yeah, look, the offensive line was a bit of an issue for Oregon early on this season. They had a lot of moving parts there, especially on the interior. But Josh Connerly and Johnny Cornelius, who was at one point scheduled to be in this game, were bookends for the Ducks this year.
You see his punch. He's got really, really a strong punch. And once he gets those hands on you, he's in really good shape.
So is that a Big Ten punch?
Yeah,
That's
no,
a Big Ten punch, right?
that qualifies.
There you go.
Shoot, look, I mean, saw, best player in the draft, Abdul Carter, in the Big Ten championship game. So, I mean, you've got some really good tape to evaluate there for Josh Connerly. And getting a look at Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith. And then there is the head coach of the national team, Mike Kafka, the Giants offensive coordinator. Kafka making the rounds in the All-Star game circuit, was a head coach at the Shrine Bowl a year ago, has taken some head coaching interviews as well. And excited to see, not just the player evaluations, but we get some coaching evaluations here too, guys.
Yeah, I remember being with Kafka, drafted with the Philadelphia Eagles. I remember I said it, guys. I said, this guy's going to coach the Senior Bowl one day. Okay?
You said
it's going to be out there, and it's going to take off. So I don't want to say I called my shot. But
Yeah, it's pretty good. Don't forget him as a player.
Yeah.
He resembles a lot of what we see now. A guy who can move, a guy who can run the football from the quarterback position,
Good
and deliver it
decision-maker.
downfield, decision maker.
Yeah.
That's the reason that, we were attracted to him, and one of the reasons we're attracted to a number of these quarterbacks now.
Yeah, and look, and Charles, there's so much to evaluate here, right? There's off-the-field stuff. Obviously, what we're talking about here on the field, we're going to have individual drills, right, one-on-ones, and then we get the team setting as well. I mean, just if you could paint the picture, Charles, of how important this is for players, at Oregon, like Dylan Gabriel and Tez Johnson, or a player like Taylor Elgersma, who we're just getting to know.
Yeah, because you're constantly evaluating how are you going against your peers. And if you're coming from Oregon, everyone's your peer. Okay, you've gone against the best of the best already. Taylor Elgersma, he's got to prove everything. Style of play is different in Canada.
Yep.
Tom Pelissero detailed the size of the football, the size of the field, all the different things. It's fun to pop on his tape and see everyone in motion pre-snap approaching the line of scrimmage, and you're like, wow, that looks like fun. But it's not going to be like that here, where the blitzer's coming from, where the pass rusher's coming from. Guys he didn't really see in Canada, he'll have to adjust and adapt to here.
I got to be honest with you. We're looking at the offense here
and
talking about these quarterbacks, and my eyes I've been drawn to the other end of the field because I'm just looking at the body types of these defensive linemen that are in this ball game and that really are representative of what we're going to see in this draft. I can't remember a year with this many big-bodied, physical defensive linemen. I'm talking 34-plus inch arms. I mean, 300-plus pounds that can really, really move. It's going to be fun to watch these guys go at it this week.
And you know what's fun? You look at their bios. A good number of them were quarterbacks at one time back in their day, right? Because they were the best athlete on the field. They wanted them to have their hands on the football, and they grew.
Yeah. Not the American team defensive tackle Deion Walker, 6'7", 340 pounds with the longest wingspan in the Senior Bowl here at over 84 inches. We'll see him later this afternoon when we get a look at the American team. Much more on the way here from Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile as the national practice just getting started. We mentioned Dylan Gabriel. He threw 10 touchdown passes this year to that man. Tez Johnson, 15 in orange. Get a chance to see him work some of his magic and showcase his explosive skill set. And we learn a little bit more about the Ducks playmaking wide receiver when we come back.
Oh, man, that TV. It's like we're in the game.
I know. So big. We had Best Buy install it.
Easy. Total game changer.
Bigger's better. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
So we went big with everything.
I couldn't see that. Whoa.
Wing?
No, you got something on your...
What if game day was even bigger? Best Buy, official sponsor of Super Bowl 59.
When you smell the amazing scent of Gain Flings, time stops. And you realize you're in love.
Steve!
With a laundry detergent. Gain Flings, seriously good scent.
Domino's Specialty Chicken. 4 tasty topping combos loaded on tender, juicy chicken. It kind of makes us wonder why we don't call it loaded chicken. Well, okay, now we do. Domino's Loaded Chicken. And for a limited time, Domino's Rewards members can try loaded chicken for half off menu price.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh, yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen limit. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
Kick off Super Bowl 59 weekend with NFL Honors, hosted by Snoop Dogg. Find out who will be named the best of the best.
There's no act too small to make a difference in people's lives.
NFL Honors, presented by Invisalign, Thursday, February 6th at 9/8 Central.
Some of the brightest stars in the NFL began their journey here, the College All-Star Games.
Now, this is what I was meant to do.
Mayfield, touchdown!
Glad McCarthy, welcome to the NFL.
The College All-Star Games starts Thursday at 8 on NFL Network.
Enter a brave new world with America's #1 brand of shaving cream, Barbasol. Because superhero confidence starts with a great shave.
You look good.
You want me? Come and get me!
Gear up with limited edition Barbasol collector scans in stores now. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World. Only in theaters February 14th.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
86 days until the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where the Tennessee Titans will be on the clock at #1 overall. And a big piece of the decisions that will be made on that night, we'll get to learn a little bit more about those players that are part of those decisions right here at the 76th Reese's Senior Bowl. National team practice just getting started. First practice day of a huge week here on the path to the draft, and getting a look at one of the marquee edge rushers in this year's draft, DJ's 46th overall player, a guy with 8.5 sacks this year for the Michigan Wolverines. Rhett Lewis, Daniel Jeremiah, Charles Davis back here with you. And DJ, boy, he really, Josiah Stewart, blossomed transferring from Coastal Carolina to Michigan, where he won a national title.
Yeah, he's a cake of dynamite coming off the edge. He is not tall, but he is explosive, and he plays
of length in the whole deal. But as you mentioned, finds a way to get to the quarterback. That's the first thing I thought when I looked at it.
I don't think he's going to be fun to block this week. It's just a sneaky suspicion.
You mean he's not going to just throw one move at you? Right? Not just one, right?
You got to prepare for speed, and the next thing you know, you've got a missile that's hit you in the chest.
And if you stoned him once, doesn't mean he's going to stop.
I don't know, guys. This sounds like opportunity for me for some of these national team offensive tackles. And then, of course, against the American team when we get to game day on Saturday, of course, live here on NFL Network, 30 career sacks for Josiah Stewart. Extremely productive player will be coached this week on the national team coaching staff by Seahawks legend KJ Wright, coaching up the edge rushers for Mike Kafka, who is the head coach here on the national team. Chuck Cesare, the defensive line coach for the Browns, is the defensive coordinator here. The offensive coordinator for the national team is the pass game coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, elevated into that play calling role here this week. It's Jason Vrabel, and he's standing by with our Tom Pelissero.
Jason, day one out here on the practice field, what are we going to see?
Man, I think the biggest thing is just seeing these guys take the classroom to the field. You know, all week these guys been working on the playbook and just, you know, grinding, putting in the time, learning NFL language. They've done an awesome job thus far. I think it's just having that confidence out on the field, you know. Our mentality of the national side is, hey, we're going to score, man. Shooters are going to shoot. We're going to have some fun.
I'm sure you got like glimpses of these guys on Saturday afternoons. You know some of the names. Who are you excited to see out here?
I mean, I'm not going to, you know, hone in on one guy. I mean, the whole group I'm excited about. You know, on the offensive side of the ball, you know, we got 3 quarterbacks that I think have done a tremendous job picking up our terminology, but also just kind of leading the guys right now. So I'm excited for them, but everybody across the board, man, it's a great opportunity for these guys, and just excited for everyone.
What about the opportunity for you to be an offensive coordinator in this game?
Yeah, I mean, not only just to, you know, be down here for, you know, Green Bay, our organization, and get to see these guys and evaluate them, but just to be around a lot of good young coaches. You know, it's been a great weekend to know guys that I've never worked with before, you know. So, you know, calling the plays is going to be great, but the bigger picture is just, you know, helping these guys take the next step.
So what are those little things you're looking for through the week to say, I think I want that guy to be a Green Bay Packer?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to just, man, the way that you take the field, you know, and kind of in Green Bay, you know, the great players we've had, you know, when they step on the field, man, they just compete. You know, when we talk about competitive greatness, you know, I told the guys, that's what I want to see, man. Who wins their one-on-ones? Who competes? You know, and if you do lose, do you learn? Right? And it's just how do you respond out here?
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right, taking a look. We had 10 players from this game a year ago get selected in the first round of the 24 draft. This year, DJ's got his first mock draft out, available for your consumption and comment on all of his social media platforms right now. He's certainly looking forward to that.
I thought everybody went soft this year. I was disappointed with the lack of criticism.
I honestly thought your mock stunk.
Yeah,
but
well, I was glad you chimed in. I needed some of that.
So 3 players from DJ's first round mock draft, first pass at the mock, are on the field for the national team today. Josh Connerly is the highest, going 26th to the Rams. Azariah Thomas, the talented corner from Florida State, 27th to Baltimore. Mike Green, who we talked about at the top of the show here today, going 28th to the Detroit Lions. One of Josh Connerly's teammates, Tez Johnson, extremely explosive player here. Caught 10 touchdown passes from Dylan Gabriel this last year. I'll be excited to see where he ends up on draft day. He was actually in the building at Lucas Oil Stadium when Xavier Worthy ran the 4.21 fastest 40-yard dash ever at the Combine. Now, the interesting piece of that, Tez Johnson, by the way, says he might be able to beat the 4.21. I've seen him fly on tape, so let's get his
pressure on myself. Okay. I got a good shot at it. I got a real good shot at it. He's fast. I actually was there when he ran it. He got to the 30 so fast. It was crazy. So it was one of those, like, when he got to that 30, he clocked it. He knew it. So I got to go out there and do the same thing. So it's a hard time to beat. Kudos to Xavier Worthy. He's the fastest guy in the NFL. So I got a good shot at it. That's all I'm going to say.
That said a lot. We got a good shot at it.
That's a strong statement right there.
We'll have our eyes peeled, no question. So if we're backtracking on Tez Johnson's career, obviously finished up 2 phenomenal years at Oregon, began his collegiate career at Troy. But before that, one of 4 kind of Mobile area players taking part in the game for Pinson Valley, where Tez developed a special bond with Bo Nix. Of course, was here at the game, now the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. And Tez, went through some issues in his family life and ended up getting taken in by the Nix family. Tez so much calls Bo his brother. Talked about that a lot, and having followed him there to Oregon. Those two had a terrific connection. There they are as the state champions at Pinson Valley. Here in Alabama, a tremendous combo in high school, and then again at Oregon. I'm sure Sean Payton wouldn't mind having Tez Johnson around in Denver, right, CD?
And remember, they were coached by Bo's
Troy Franklin's already there.
Yeah, Bo's dad, Patrick, was their head coach at Pinson Valley. So raised fully in the Nix family and understands how that works and brings his own work ethic and flair to it as well. It's a pretty good combination right there.
Well, you do not want to be in press coverage and not get your hands on Tez Johnson, because he talks about chasing down Worthy. Well, he'll run by it. It reminds me when I watched him on tape of another player we saw at the Senior Bowl here a few years back. and that was Tank Dell. Remember what a nightmare he was for coverage players that week. They couldn't slow him down because he was so dynamic and so explosive. And if you can't get your hands on him, CD, you've got no chance.
And there's also the second part of it, too, is the toughness element that both of them possess. Because we saw that with Tank Dell. Size is immediately your first question about him, right? But then you watch him go and play, and I saw him as a rookie get hurt trying to dig out
down the goal line.
Justin Simmons on a goal line play. My first thought was, who put that play in to have him dig him out? But he had no fear of going in there. I feel like Tej Johnson exhibits the same types of toughness.
Yeah, and look, I tell you what, I'd go all the way back to the spring game this year for Oregon, and you saw exactly what you guys just talked about. The speed, ran right by a corner on one play, very next play lines up and has a contested catch on a slant route over the middle. So he's not just a one-trick pony here, even though the size, would lend itself to that explosive nature. But Tez, a tough dude, and probably will end up being the mayor of the Senior Bowl. He is, guys, you saw in that summit, he is a terrific personality, an absolutely magnetic type of guy. I'm sure Bo Nix will be watching for sure, the Nix family, as Tez gets a chance to kind of showcase his skills here today. Okay, taking a look at some of the notable rookies from a year ago. I mentioned the 10 first-round draft picks. I had a phenomenal second-round group as well. Ladd McConkey, big part of that, was in that offensive rookie of the year type of conversation. Michael Penix ended up starting after being the 9th overall pick of the Atlanta Falcons. But Braden Fisk right there was just a phenomenal pick of the Los Angeles Rams. Paired that up with Jared Verse in the first round. But they saw Braden Fisk right here, who kind of showcased his mental and physical toughness last year. Did he switch teams, right?
Yeah, day of
game.
Yeah. That shows you a little bit about him.
And played almost the entire ball game. Ended up leading the NFL rookies in sacks this year.
He was fantastic.
The other name on that list that just jumped off the screen to me is the guy who's going to play in the Super Bowl. That's Quinion Mitchell. You remember
got that right.
The battles that he had here with Roman Wilson, who the Pittsburgh Steelers ended up selecting, and Mike Tomlin challenging him, both those players, to go up against each other.
And they both jumped out there.
It was a war watching those guys compete against each other. And man, that showed you a lot about his competitiveness.
And his best friend and former teammate at Toledo, Maxon Hook, safety here this year for the Senior Bowl. So Quinion Mitchell, I know he'll be locked in on preparations for the Super Bowl, but also be cheering on Maxon Hook, a safety who's here as well.
Maxon Hook, Quinion Mitchell will also be cheering on their Toledo teammate Darius Alexander. One of the interior defensive linemen here today is a kind of freak show type of athlete. As you get a look again at Josiah Stewart, who we talked about top of the show, going through some of the individual drills here, early part of practice. Can't wait, of course, for the O-line, D-line one-on-ones. I mean, for me, this year, with how you're talking about the D-line group, DJ, that might supersede my interest in wide receiver DB one-on-ones.
Yeah, it's weird to say that because everybody likes to watch the speed and the athletes out on the perimeter, but I think the main card, CD, is what we're going to see along the line of scrimmage, and it's often the case. What we see here at the Senior Bowl is just a microcosm of the entire draft, and that's what this draft is all about.
And the best teams, how do they build? That offensive line, defensive line, right? You got to protect yours and rush theirs. That's the old adage that you have. And you mentioned speed, and we like to see it out in the open field. Oh, there's plenty of speed when they get together in those one-on-ones, O-line, D-line. Who's quickest off the ball? Who's quickest off the edge? How do you adjust quickly? All of that comes into play.
Yeah, DJ, another opportunity to see another one of your top 50 guys, Joshua Farmer, interior D lineman from Florida State, 39 on your top 50 list. What stands out to you about him as we're watching him in the gold Florida State helmet?
Well, he's big, first of all. You can see his body type. He's really thick, strong against the run. You talk about somebody who can knock you back as a pass rusher. He's got just shock in his hands. There's certain guys, when they hit you with their hands, it just looks a little different. And I'm looking forward to hearing his hands. I've seen his hands on tape. With the mics we have down there on the field, I can't wait to hear his hands this week.
There he is right there.
Trying to pull the old Roberto Duran for people of a certain vintage, that will remember Hands of Stone was his nickname as a boxer. When you have those kind of hands that you're describing, DJ, and you can shock that guy across from you, after that, you make whatever move you want to get to the quarterback.
Well, it sounds like, I don't know if we'll see it because Marcus Bowe is a tackle. Maybe we get to see a little versatility from him. The big tackle from Purdue, who has, I feel like, is the Thanos hand. Like, he's got the thing with all the rings and the gold. I mean, like, you watch some of that tape from him. I mean, he is just swiping guys across the entire formation. We'll get to see the offensive lineman here in a little bit. But again, just to set the scene for those O-line, D-line one-on-ones coming up for you here in just a little bit. Another player there on your top 50 list, DJ, in that defensive line group, is a phenomenally productive player. Another 30-sack guy for his career. Number 28 on your top 50, Donovan Ezeraku from Boston College, who 6'0", so just over 6'2" on the height, but his wingspan over 82 inches, and his arms are 34.5 inches.
He's got a body type that's perfect for a pass rusher, because when you can combine leverage and length, those guys are a nightmare. They can get underneath you with their leverage, and then you have that length, CD, where they can't get into you. They can't get into your chest, and he has that ability to just kind of pry open that outside shoulder. And then once you start trying to get out there to deal with that edge speed and pressure he can provide outside, next thing you know, he's going to hit you with a spin or an inside counter. He's got a lot of tricks in his bag.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's part of what goes into what we're watching now with some of these great pass rushers in college. They might be one-trick ponies, but it's one trick no one can stop. With Ezeraku, when you watch him, exactly as DJ described, all of a sudden you're seeing this, then you're seeing that, then you're seeing another move that comes here. What I like best about him, run responsibility, he took it seriously. I did not see him chasing when the ball went away when he wasn't supposed to. So I'm staying at home, being in the right spot. Reverses would come back to him, and he wasn't out of position. For a legit pass rusher, that's something to observe, because a lot of those guys, they're just going, right? And the rest of it doesn't matter to them. For him, he's trying to be complete.
No doubt. Yu Darvish thinks he has a lot of pitches. And that's my last baseball reference for the week, because it's been a rough offseason for my Padres.
That was only the first one.
Come on. You can't stop
I got to get out of that space. I got to get out of that space.
No, we're almost at pitchers and catchers report. Come on. We got to bring back a few more.
Tied with Harold Landry for the most sacks in a single season in BC history.
Remember, he won the Ted Hendricks Award for the outstanding defensive end. And you know who he beat out? Mike Green.
Right.
I mean, we got two great ones here. Both of them easily could have won that award.
Well, you want to talk about greats. The only other guy who has more sacks in Boston College program history than Ezeraku is Matthias Kiwanuka.
I heard he was pretty good.
Had some good ones.
Heard he was pretty good.
There for sure. Okay, so just a few of the names to know as you're going to look at that defensive line group here for the national team. First practice of the week here at the 76th Annual Reese's Senior Bowl.
Yeah, Arroyo's a good tight end.
There you go. That's a good tight end group.
It's a really good class.
Yeah, and overall, right? But here in Mobile, you'll see guys like Elijah Arroyo, Terrence Ferguson, Harold Fannin, who only caught 117 passes this year.
He just caught two more.
Much more on the way here for Mobile.
Now Taxes is getting the TurboTax app and filing your taxes yourself 100% free if you didn't file with us last year. Now this is taxes. File free in the app by 2/18. When you switch to TurboTax, do it yourself.
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
Two changes.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
"20 seconds a week to lose 20% of your weight in a year with diet and exercise. That's the power of GLP-1s through Row. Row helps find the medication that's right for you, based on cost, availability, and your weight loss goals. Losing weight with GLP-1s is possible through Row. Connect with the provider today at row.com.
/20. Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
I debate all day. It's what I do.
But there are some things that are undebatable, like your mental health. My own mental health. I was in a dark place when my brother passed away in a car accident. I've been more devastated than the day I lost my mom. I was depressed, miserable, in ways I never imagined. I reached out, and my sisters came, my pastor, my therapist. They helped me get through it. I found that the more I spoke up, the healthier my mind became. The chaos that was in me began to subside. I was more focused, clear. When you love your mind, you can go so much further. That's not up for debate. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete. But it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Well, Mobile, Alabama, and much of the Gulf South got inches upon inches of snow last week. It's 60 degrees here and sunny today. What a deal. Here for first practice of the week, national team practice, as we are back here. Rhett Lewis, Daniel Jeremiah, Charles Davis, flashing back to the 2020 Reese's Senior Bowl, where Eagles evaluators no doubt got a look at Jalen Hurts. Finished his collegiate career at Oklahoma, threw a touchdown in this game right there. Couldn't tell who that was. It was
John Johnson.
Was that? Yeah, it did look that way. And Hurts, one of 20 players currently on the Eagles roster, which of course is headed to the Super Bowl, that began their draft journey right here at the Reese's Senior Bowl. Speaking of the Super Bowl 59, Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl Live is here for you all week long, right after Good Morning Football on NFL Network, available to stream, of course, on NFL Plus. As we have a little transition period here, we're going to get into one of the main events of each and every practice here Senior Bowl week. That, of course, is skill position one-on-ones. So we'll get wide receiver and DB one-on-ones. Might have some tight ends sprinkled in here throughout, while over on the other side of the field, they'll work some 9-on-7 type of big guys in the mix work down there as well. So fired up here to see the competition, right? I mean, that is one of the things that evaluators are looking at here. How do you compete and get after it?
I'll tell you what, you also look at who the craftsmen are, who are the route runners. You know, a lot of times in college, you can get by just being big or fast or both. You get out here to the Senior Bowl, you separate yourself by your route running. Think of guys like Cooper Kupp, who came out here and put on a clinic with his route running ability. We see it every year. Last year, Ladd McConkey early in the week did the same thing. So,
Roman Wilson too, yeah.
We saw, Deebo Samuel when he was out here. So, look, it's just a valuable evaluation opportunity right here, right now.
Jaden Higgins is first up out of Iowa State. You'll see his teammate here in just a moment.
I already regret not putting him in my top 50. He
Already.
was right on the cusp, and I'm one rep in, and I think I need to get him in there.
And you mentioned route running. How about the way he came up the line of scrimmage, a little hop step just to gain himself an advantage, and then use his big body working inside.
Louisville quarterback Tyler Shuck is throwing that one out to Xavier Restrepo.
Jalen Smith in coverage there from USC, who can play a lot of different positions.
And just watch as they go. Even a completed pass doesn't necessarily mean that everything went against the defensive back. You could be in good shape, give up the 5-yard play, make the tackle, make them do it again.
That was Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami, working on Trey Rucker, the safety from Oklahoma State.
He got about a 2-second head start on that rep, too. Got to give yourself a little more room on that sideline. Nice catch.
That's an excellent catch, but you're exactly right. You got to give yourself time, space to fade into the sideline for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Told you we'd see Higgins' teammate, Jalen Knoll, right there with the catch you guys are talking about. Now we get a look at Kyle Williams from Washington State. Began his career at UNLV, where he led the Rebs in
He won
receiving.
Won that right off the snap with his release.
Tommy Hill, the corner out of Nebraska, want to tighten that up. Maliki Mataval, tight end out of UCLA here, Deej.
Yeah, let's see. He's got a three-way go here with a split. Just kind of rounded a corner out and didn't give yourself much of an opportunity on that one.
Yeah, Keandre Jackson, the safety from Illinois State, able to just stay inside and he pretty much ran right to him.
All right, here's Tez. Yeah, he's going deep. I could have told you that.
Again, working on Jalen Smith.
The ball's a little overthrown, but he won the battle on that one.
Taylor Elgersma from Laurier University in Canada, as we detail top of the show on.
I've been watching him throw. He's got a little whip on him, guys.
Oh, he's got some arm, that's for sure. Getting a look at Pat Bryant, physical receiver out of Illinois, making that catch on the sideline.
What happened?
Dorian Strong just got to find the ball. Get your head around, find the football. You're in great position. Big corner from Virginia Tech, over 6 feet tall. Just got to find and locate the football.
Daquan Felton from Virginia Tech gets loose.
Oh, is it possible to run a quadruple move?
Sure.
That's pretty much what that was. A little stop and go, stutter, stop and go, gone.
All right, let's see, down with Jalen Lane. So this is Felton's teammate at Virginia Tech. Oh, no, we're going to go top of the screen back to Restrepo in the slot.
Jalen Smith's comfortable in there. That's really good. But they threw a flag on that. He got a little bit of a hold. He was in pretty good position.
I think he got a lot of a hold. And I don't usually say that about a defensive back, but I think he got a pretty good grasp on him there. When you watch Restrepo from Miami, DJ, I see him as like a power slot. Very compact guy. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be able to dig out linebackers and do some dirty work in there. There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's not really fair.
Nope. But it's still a gorgeous move.
But that shows you the athleticism and then really the transition and the burst up the field from Royo.
I don't know how comfortable that made Rayon Lane, the safety out of Navy.
I can help you with that, Rhett. Not comfortable at all.
Jalen Lane, here he is, bottom of the screen.
Find the ball.
Nice.
And nice ball, too.
Gorgeous throw. The defender on that
was
play.
Shuck,
That was
Darian Porter.
Darian Porter. Head never came around.
Yeah, really interesting cat right there in Porter. Great special teams player. And in addition to kind of young in his defensive back career.
He's supposed to test really well. They say he is going to test extremely well.
4 block kicks.
Yeah, you don't chance your way into that.
No, you want it.
Yeah.
That's nicely done by both of them on that one.
Yeah, Jalen Null again.
Quincy Riley in coverage.
Yep.
It's good coverage.
So we're going to put Tez Johnson in the slot.
That's what I like about this week. You put guys in different places all over the line of scrimmage, all over the formation, and see how they operate from different places. Maybe you haven't seen in school.
Okay, there's Mataval versus Rucker.
So if I'm Tez getting ready to go here, I've got all this real estate. I'm running a crosser. I'm going to make him chase it. It's going to look like a rowboat chasing a speedboat if he gets going.
No hands on him, really.
Over. Azariah Thomas from Florida State.
Thomas is a big-time corner, a top 2-round corner, but you just have too much real estate to cover there.
And then the understanding the leverage by Johnson to be able to play off of him, just bounce and go away.
Good drive off the ball.
Good
right there,
job inside. Find the ball.
That's a good play defensively.
Yeah.
Is that Cone?
Yes. Bilal Kone from Western Michigan.
He ran that route with him.
He did everything well. He stayed in phase and was able to locate and play the ball.
Big opportunity for Kone. Coaches up there at Western.
That's a good
that's
press.
Nice right there. Who is that?
That's a really good press.
44. That's
Dorian Strong from Virginia Tech.
And he was strong on that play. Never allowed him to get into his route.
Okay, here's Arroyo. Again, working on Rayon Lane. That's
That is lane 18, correct?
18, yeah.
But if we're going at the top on this one.
Yeah, that's Quincy.
Yeah, that's a push off. That should have gone the other way. What do we got to do to get OPI here?
Where's the flag? Call on the
defenders. That was a two-handed shove.
I mean, come on, man.
Okay, here's
this dude can
Rucker.
run. He can run.
Look at that.
That is a vertical weapon.
Not a bad ball either. That's Elgersman from Canada.
And he'll take the snap on the next rep, it looks like, as well. Elgersman. with Kyle Williams running the route. And Tommy Hill gets the flag.
And he did not have to yank on. He was right there. Sometimes what happens as a defender, you're right there and you have that little extra panic at the end of it and you reach out and grab when you don't need to. Tommy Hill was in good shape.
Okay, here's another rep for Porter from Iowa State on defense, working on Jalen Lane.
As you see, he's a little bit raw. He's raw, but the size, the length, the speed, there's a lot to work with there, but that's going to require some development going forward.
Yep, coaches at Iowa State kind of called him the longer TJ Tampa, came out of Iowa State.
Well, Pete Carroll's in Las Vegas now. He might like the looks of him. That's the kind of body type he likes in his corners.
This Ferguson. First opportunity to see Terrence Ferguson and Sebastian Castro on defense.
He's got a little shake at the top of his route right there. Create some separation.
They were trying to get him the ball a ton this year at Oregon. Had another great tight end there, Kenyon Sadiq. Here's his teammate, Tez Johnson.
He's 2 for 2.
Wins right now.
Just not really fair, guys.
It's just so fluid and sudden.
And that's a really good corner he's going against, too.
Yeah, Thomas has had to see him twice here. I'd be line counting if I were him. I just don't want to cover that size with that undersized player in these situations. That is a tough cover for a bigger
he's not
corner.
turning that down. This is competition week. He's got to jump out there every time.
I want to compete with somebody a little taller and a little slower.
Well, I'm into that sort of thing. Can we get more? We've got much more on the way here today and all week with some of these one-on-one drills.
We got to pace ourselves.
Yeah, we do. I get it. Get another look at Elijah Arroyo. Nice one-on-one period catching that touchdown ball. And here's Jalen Lane, another one. A couple of deep shots connected on by this national team offense.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Oh man, that TV. It's like we're in the game.
I know. So big. We had Best Buy install it.
Easy. Total game changer.
Bigger's better. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
So we went big with everything.
I couldn't see that. Whoa. Wing? No, you got something on your...
What if game day was even bigger? Best Buy, official sponsor of Super Bowl 59.
Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa might be our best kept secret. Slow cooked, responsibly raised beef, seasoned with garlic and cumin. Hand shredded for fall to fork tenderness. Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa. If you know, you know.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Shopping is hard. Nothing ever fits.
Everything I own was a birthday present.
Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, and budget, and done.
That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone.
This is the story of the one. The one knows the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a teammate like Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
by the end of Senior Bowl week, the coaches will know that I'm the best pass rushing defensive tackle in this draft class. You know, just studying up, tightening up my moves, getting ready to just do what I studying up, tightening up my moves, getting ready to just do what I do. You know, I've been just itching to get back out there and put the helmet on. So I'm excited to get back out there at Mobile and turn some heads.
Aeneas Peebles right there, the defensive tackle from Virginia Tech, transferred into Blacksburg from Duke. Should also be a DJ favorite. Dad was a defensive tackle at App State.
There we go.
Let's go. Mom, a great softball player, great family of athletes there for Peebles. Coaches at Virginia Tech described him as a worker, guy with a humble spirit. As we'll look forward to seeing him and his defensive teammates go up against the offensive linemen here in OLDL one-on-ones.
So what happened in recruiting? How come he didn't go to App State?
No, that's a DJ issue.
We got Boston College up first here.
Ezeraku over on the offense's left side.
See, I give myself a one-day buffer on the hard names, so I just say the school and make Brent do the heavy
I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Anthony Belton from NC State, who is the heaviest guy out there.
He went. Yep. That's where you anticipate what you want to do with your first rep for the last month. And you think of, maybe I'll spin, maybe I'll do speed. And you say, you know what, I'm going to go right through his soul.
There it is. Woo. Jamari Caldwell from Oregon getting through.
He got skinny through there. Charles able to kind of flip his hips and get through.
I don't know how many times you said that about the 340-pound defensive tackle there.
Monheim from USC.
Best offensive lineman they had this year for sure.
That was a really good rep.
That's an excellent rep, wasn't it?
State Square. All right, here we got Farmer
North
coming
Dakota
up.
State, don't we?
Yep, Farmer, 39 on your top 50 list, working against Gray Zabel. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, it's two top 50 players, and Zabel, not real long, but didn't have any issue there. He was able to sit down on that bull rush.
And what do they ask you to do? If you're going to lose late, not early as an offensive lineman.
All right, nation sack leader Mike Green working on Bo.
Yeah, that's one for the defense there.
Just an easy mover, isn't he, Green?
You give him that much room to counter inside, it's over.
Landon Jackson from Arkansas. Oh, pretty good move on Ursery there, but Ursery finishes.
Good recovery by Ursery. He was in a tough position, was able to kick out and cover it up.
Briante Ursery from Minnesota out there at left tackle. Here we go. As Y.A. Black from Iowa.
It's a good rep for Black.
Another one of those grinders from Iowa. There's Ty Robinson. DJ, you watch that Colorado tape. He's like a freight train coming down the tracks.
Hole in a china shop in that game.
The best center from USC, Monheim.
Yeah, handled him pretty good there.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah. Getting a look at Jalen Rivers on the inside from Miami.
That's Darius Alexander.
Yep.
Some quick hands. All right, this is Stewart's first rep. I want to see this.
Working on Ozzie Trapillo, 6'7".
Look at the difference in
tackle from
size.
DC.
Just go on with pure speed. He's a little late off the ball.
Ozzie Trapillo, you want me to let you know how I feel old? I played in the Japan Bowl with Ozzie's dad, Steve.
Nice.
My dad taped Steve's ankles in New Orleans.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you know what that says? That your dad and Charles are both old.
Yeah, I think that was a subtle dig.
Yeah, I will have to own that. Yes.
Yeah, you set yourself up for it. Let's be honest. All right, getting Wyatt Milam. A lot of buzz after that Week 1 game against Penn State for West Virginia.
Here's Caldwell. See if he can stack.
Zabel snapping here.
Zabel, that's two good reps for him. It's finishes, and that's what he does. The effort. He's played 4 spots along the offensive line, and you talk about strain to finish, it shows up in his tape repeatedly.
And don't you see that often with those North Dakota State kids?
Yeah.
They show up in different spots, and by the time they settle in, they play 3 different positions.
This looks like Caleb Rogers versus Farmer from Florida State.
Oh, he's just so strong. That's not a bad rep on the offensive side, but he never stops working defensively.
He muddies up the pocket, doesn't he?
Let's get to Jalen Travis out here, right tackle from Iowa State. Interesting story.
See, that's technician right there. You see the hands on that one, DJ, with the swipe, and then he's gone.
That was UCLA.
Femi Oladejo.
See what I did there?
He's only played about 10 games as an edge rusher. Ended up in the Senior Bowl. Pretty dang impressive. Switched mid-season this year.
Nice rep there, but was that Belton at left tackle?
Belton. Biggest offensive lineman at the Senior Bowl.
He used his size well on that one.
Another interior matchup with Rivers and YA Black here.
Got on him. That's what you got to do.
He jump set him, didn't he?
You don't sit on your heels against Black. You want to get right on him and just jumped him.
That was a really nice job there.
35-inch arms on YA Black.
We got a little head up nose here.
Indeed we do. That is Junior Tafuna, late add here to the Senior Bowl from Utah.
Yeah, he got some push. Monheim still stays attached, though.
He does a nice job on the snap. Those hands are very quickly up and inside and into your chest. Oh, that's beautiful there.
Settle's having a day.
He really is.
Third position. He's taking
Zabel, just moving up and down the line. Everybody just gets a turn.
Center, guard, tackle. He started all 16 games for the FCS national champion North Dakota State Bison this year at left tackle. Marcus Bowe.
Yeah, Bowe, that's going to be a little bit of the concern. It's just he can be a little bit flimsy at times. He's an excellent athlete. He can really, really move, but just need to get a little more core strength, a little more anchor.
Can't go back to the left side now. Looking again at Ariante Ursery.
Man, these offensive linemen are cheating. He jumped a good half second on that one. And
well, he knew who he was going up against. Mike Green.
Listen, they watch the NFL. These linemen are getting that cheat step in there, and it's not called as often as you would think.
Jalen Rivers, left guard here, working Ty
another
Robinson.
Jump set.
Yep.
That's his second jump set.
And if you get Ty, it looks like if you can get your hands on Ty Robinson early, you're going to have a chance.
Just think, guys, in the Super Bowl, you think Philadelphia's not going to spend all week talking about Jawan Taylor and how quick he comes off?
They can talk about it all they want.
And they're going to flip it to the other side and say, well, Lane Johnson does the same thing.
Caleb Rogers taking a snap at center here against Farmer.
Farmer's been in the backfield every rep, just hasn't been able to completely free himself, but he is a load.
But that's what I was talking about, DJ. Even if he's not there, the pocket gets muddy now for your quarterback. You're creating some turbulence back there and some chaos.
Monheim moving out to right guard to face Caldwell.
Caldwell's got some quickness. I didn't know he had that much quickness. What's he carrying out there?
They say 342.
It's a lot of man.
It is indeed. And now we'll get out to the right tackle spot here. Is Ozzie Trapillo again. Boy, he is huge.
Well, and at that size, you know guys are going to try and get underneath him. Yep. And that's what they're attempting to do here. Is we got Stewart getting ready to go on the other side here.
That was Colin Oliver from Oklahoma
Here's
State.
Josh Connerly.
Nice job, Stewart.
Stewart just got inside of him. That's the thing with him, too. With his size, he's so strong.
Wyatt Milam taking a rep at left guard after playing left tackle for West Virginia this year.
Zabel's.
Yep, here we go, folks.
Here we go.
Got our first one.
Yeah.
You have some competition now. Milam did a really nice job on
that. Was a great rep.
Really good. Really good.
It's golden with the left hand.
Yeah.
It is it's a good day to have that color scheme today.
That's right. That's right.
But it's not just that hand; it's the hand and the feet working in tandem.
That was just a play early. Just wash him right up the field.
E.S. Peebles right there, working on Zabel. You see a future for him at center?
Oh, I like what I've seen so far at center. I know those teams are curious about that, and I believe that's really the only position he hadn't played.
Good recovery there by Bowe.
I'm a big believer. If you can get that guy and move him to center and play him there, that for that player, that's a great advantage going into the NFL. Graham Barton going from left tackle, projecting as a center. Not bad in Tampa this year.
That's Darius Alexander working on Travis from Iowa State. Playing right tackle over on that side.
I thought Avila from the Rams would ultimately end up there. They've had to play him at guard a lot. He's a big man. I'd love to see him go into the pivot.
Here's Ezeraku versus Belton.
Oh, he caught him on a spin.
Yep.
Is that Belton again?
Belton's acquitted himself nicely.
Listen, if you want to spin, but if you spin into Belton, he's just going to envelop you.
Attention, Bucky Brooks, Anthony Belton, 9 pancakes versus UNC this year. Actually tracked that.
It's not bad.
Caleb Rogers, they're working on Tafuna. Now we get Monheim snapping again. He started kind of everywhere for USC, but boys, he found a home at center.
And well, it's the same rep every time for Farmer. Yeah. It's a slow death, but he's going to walk you right back to the quarterback.
But if you stay there and battle him, that's what you're asking, right, DJ?
Yeah.
Don't lose early.
Zabel rotation continues here. Working
Look at that,
Robinson.
He can really sink and drop his weight.
he's got
have any restrictions movement-wise.
He's got better feet than you might expect there, because it's not just having to hold up. Those feet have to work in tandem and stay with you and keep them underneath. You got him on the outside edge.
Yep, that was Rivers from Miami. Played at left tackle this year.
The last thing that I wrote on Zabel.
That was Ja Joyner from Minnesota who got him.
Last thing I wrote on Zabel, guys, I love the nasty playing style. He's never caught off balance. I see him as a day one starter, and that's what we've seen so far through these drills.
Playing to type, DJ. Playing to type.
I'll tell you what, these defensive linemen, every year or two after the first practice, they realize we're going to go ahead and tape that jersey up a little bit. We're not going to give them as much to
give
get
any
to.
of that.
There's Gray Zabel's just getting all the reps here, boys. Gray Zabel at left guard working on Alexander out of Toledo.
He's taking on all comers, and it doesn't matter where he's lined up.
I mean, just literally working his way down the line. There's Monheim, another great rep on Y.A. Black.
That's a great battle, but this Monheim, I just love how his hands come up so quickly after the snap. He's in position and ready to punch.
Caleb Rogers now on Jamari Caldwell.
I still like the get off. I mean, sometimes it's not even really who's won the rep. You just want to see how guys get off the ball.
Rogers, another guy that's played all over the offensive line. Here's Ozzie Trapillo on green.
Speed, speed, speed.
And that was something to look at, carrying this extra weight around. How is he going to move? I mean, he's moving just fine.
Not a problem. Was that a little hop step he tried to get in there?
He's done it. He did it on the left side, and then he just tried it on the right side. It worked the first time. I'll tell you what, you leave your feet too often, though, they're going to catch you up in the air, and that's not going to end well.
Was that Olafemi?
That was Femi Oladejo.
Oladejo.
Here's Belton again winning. It's undefeated today on Tafuna.
A snatch block is always undefeated in the first day, too. You get these defensive linemen all gassed up, and you can just send them right to the turf.
Rivers, another guy getting reps up and down. He's taking reps at tackle guard. There was one at center.
I see Farmer get a clean win. He's had a lot of steady push.
There he is.
There's a win. There's a win right there. That's a win.
Needed that after the work he put in.
Yeah, he's been working very hard, but that was nice to see it rewarded.
Okay, going to go over on the right tackle spot. Marcus Bowe from Purdue, Josiah Stewart, Michigan, Big Ten battle.
That's a good rep for Bowe right there.
Got some good athleticism on him.
It's hard to win with speed when the offensive linemen are getting a click early.
Ezeraku, that's a win.
Was that Milo from West Virginia?
Yes.
He tried it looked like he was going back and then tried to short set him and missed.
His feet settled too. Once your feet stop, you're done.
That is Belton working on Ja Joyner. There's Jonah Monheim and Peebles.
Look at Monheim.
Monheim, I got to go back and look and see if he has some wrestling in his background. He's got really good balance.
Okay, there was the horn.
Worked
You
pretty
get
well
one extra bonus rep?
Worked pretty well for Frazier coming out of West Virginia last year, starting in Pittsburgh. That wrestling background. Creed Humphrey in Kansas City.
Well, if you're a wrestler, there's like a 50% chance you're going to end up in Pittsburgh. Okay, Ezeraku getting a rep here on Belton. Had a nice day. Wyatt Milam out of West Virginia. Getting a shot here on Y.A. Black from Iowa. Plenty more on the way here. National practice.
A little testy. It's like red at lunchtime.
That's it.
It's for you. Do you like it? Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Come on, let's go. I said go. Let's go. Silly dog. I'm going to trade you for a cat. Red Bull gives you wings.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
They say destiny finds you.
Hey, enough of this, Eli.
You can't ruin my destiny, Peyton.
Oh, I will. Because America is going to pick me to make the FanDuel kick of destiny.
FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets.
Domino's Specialty Chicken. 4 tasty topping combos loaded on tender, juicy chicken. It kind of makes us wonder why we don't call it loaded chicken. Well, okay, now we do. Domino's Loaded Chicken. Specialty chicken is now Domino's Loaded Chicken.
Shake, 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 Sinora. Shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora. Shake it all the time.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Shake, shake.
What are you doing pouring the milk first?
Jason, it's milk first,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch second. That's how we won.
Oh, okay, listen. I'm doing the same magical formula I did last week. That's why we won.
Yeah, okay.
Buy $30 of General Mills, earn a $10 gift card in the Fetch app.
Before the spotlight, we struggled to keep the lights on. I saw more for myself, and SoFi gives members the financial tools to see more for themselves. Join the official bank of the NBA. SoFi, get your money right.
That moment you walk in the office and people are wearing the same gear, you feel a sense of connectedness and belonging right away. And our shirts from Custom Ink help bring us together.
We make it easy to wow all your groups with high-quality custom apparel and promo products, all backed by our guarantee at customink.com.
I'm Belinda, and this is Willard, and we were adopted in 2021. When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile, and he has a big heart to match.
The energy you give Todd, you get it back from Todd.
Yeah.
Todd's a joy.
Yes,
Todd's really is a great joy.
I love him. You and you.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Take your game to the next level with exclusive Hall of Fame gear from the Pro Football Hall of Fame store. Whether you're at a watch party or cookout, we have everything you need to gear up your entire family. Our unique collection celebrates the legends of the game and lets you show your support for your favorite teams in style. Be a part of football's history by visiting profootballhof.com today and shop where it's always football season.
Oh, what a day we have for practice here in Mobile, Alabama. 76th annual Reese's Senior Bowl, day one of the practice schedule here this week, leading up to game day, Saturday, 2:30 Eastern time, right here on NFL Network. Two teams playing in Super Bowl 59, spent plenty of time scouting these Senior Bowl prospects. Looking at some of the notable players from both the Chiefs and the Eagles. Eagles with 20, Chiefs with 19 players that participated in the Senior Bowl on their roster, including starting center Creed Humphrey, Jalen Watson, been a terrific player. Many of those who will be called out as part of our 8.5 hours of preview coverage for you on NFL Game Day morning, our special Super Bowl 59 edition. Hosted by Rich Eisen and a cast of thousands. Sunday, February 9th, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Looking forward to all the great content leading up to another great Super Bowl. Down in New Orleans, 144 miles east, we've got some team drills getting ready for action here at National Team Practice in Mobile.
Thursday, February 6th, the Stars are out in New Orleans to kick off Super Bowl 59 weekend with NFL Honors, presented by Invisalign. Celebrate an unforgettable season, hosted by the one and only Snoop Dogg. Find out who will bring home the NFL's most coveted awards.
There's no act too small to make a difference in people's lives.
NFL Honors, Thursday, February 6th at 9/8 Central.
Let's go. Applebee's really big meal deal for $9.99. Size matters when it comes to our big classic bacon cheeseburger, plus endless fries and drinks, all for just $9.99.
Oh, man, that TV. It's like we're in the game.
I know. So big. We had Best Buy install it.
Easy. Total game changer.
Bigger's better. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
So we went big with everything.
I couldn't see that. Whoa. Wing? No, you got something on your...
What if game day was even bigger? Best Buy, official sponsor of Super Bowl 59.
Outback Steakhouse has a 3-course meal called the Aussie Aussie Aussie. With soup or salad, your choice of select entrees, and cheesecake for dessert. It's three ways. 3 courses starting at $14.99 at Outback for a limited time.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
I promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Some of the brightest stars in the NFL began their journey here. The College All-Star Games.
Justin Herbert.
And they're only on NFL Network.
Russell Wilson steps to the line of scrimmage.
Josh Allen, unbelievable.
Get an early glimpse of greatness as these NFL hopefuls look to make a name for themselves.
This is what I was meant to do.
Mayfield, touchdown!
And McConkey, welcome to the NFL.
The College All-Star Games starts Thursday at 8 on NFL Network.
Plenty of standouts from some of the one-on-one drills that we've had going early on in this national team practice. Day one of the practice week here at the Reese's Senior Bowl. But those guys who can take their one-on-one wins and bring them into the team periods, you're going to find some winners here.
Yeah, this is where you see some guys take their play up a level.
Yep. Dylan Gabriel in a quarterback here for the national team. Nice layered throw out there. Unable to come up with it was Jaden Higgins from Iowa State.
That's going to be a tough catch, but one you'll see a bunch on his tape, his ability to extend and catch the ball outside his frame. Just couldn't haul that one in.
Iowa State's sending us some players now.
I know. He's
Matt
like
Campbell's done an excellent job there, put it mildly. Xavier Hutchinson is getting better and better at the Texans.
Yep.
Made one of the bigger plays in the wild card round of the playoffs.
Will McDonald had double-digit sacks for the Jets.
Kind of went under the radar with the Jets' struggles this season. Gabriel again taking snaps here at quarterback to begin this team period. Hands that off to Dashel Tootin, the running back, who is going to bring some serious value to teams with his return ability, too. He's got 2 90-plus kickoff return touchdowns in his arsenal.
It's a nice job. I think that was Milam in there. We call that little butt block there on the backside, able to just seal it.
I tell you what, guys, I mean, from what we saw in O-line, D-line, we've been talking a lot about the talent here in the D-line group. Felt like the O-line group, they held themselves very well.
They more than held their own.
Yeah.
They've heard the talk. They came ready to go. It's always fun to watch who wins day one and then watch day two and see the return.
You're not going to see these baggy jerseys on day two, I can promise you that.
A lot of tape.
Put a little play action here for the lefty. Dylan Gabriel taking a deep shot to the tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Did we get a hand on that from Trey
Rucker, who recovered and got a hand on the ball. That was a great play because he was beat.
Yeah, Arroyo has been rolling today.
And one thing that we're seeing a lot is how these tight ends have to come down the line of scrimmage and become personal protectors. And we just saw that from, Monteval? From UCLA, where they slide you from one side back to the middle, and then you become the person protector for the quarterback, and you've got to stay on your feet and dance with good pass rushers.
That's Jonah Monheim snapping the ball to Dylan Gabriel standing in the shotgun right next to Monheim's teammate Woody Marks, who might be pound for pound the toughest guy out here.
He can catch it, too.
Yeah. Well, he's got more catches than everybody but Tez Johnson in the game. It's pretty impressive, over 200 catches.
And he did it very well at 2 different schools.
That's right.
You can make a montage, too, of one-handed catches. I'm talking about one-handed catches in front of you, behind you. One of them, he caught below his knee with one hand, which is not something you see very often.
261 career receptions. Obviously played for Mike Leach down in Mississippi State before going to USC.
They have 83 1 year with Leach, I think, at Mississippi State.
Yeah, led all FBS running backs. Here's Taylor Elgersma at quarterback from Laurier University in Canada.
He's got good cadence.
Got Ty Robinson to jump.
I think that's offsides in both countries.
That is.
It's good cadence right there. Pull him offsides.
I can't confirm that, though, to be honest with you.
Remember the old line that they used to hit NFL guys with when they're talking about, if you don't want to play here, do you speak Canadian? to go up to the CFL.
We'll get the reverse on that one here. Elgersman has been making the All-Star game rounds. Played in the Tropical Bowl, which is not coached by Will Ferrell, as I'm told.
I think they might have got the tight end there, 44. Fannin and Holding.
Well, he doesn't do a ton of blocking generally at Bowling Green.
No, he's going to split out. He's a fun player to watch. He kind of
got some H back to him, doesn't he?
But he's like, to me, it would be like if you left Antonio Gates in the dryer too long. That's kind of what he reminded me of, just kind of like a shrunk down little version of Antonio Gates, who's got that kind of slithery style, and you don't know how fast he is, but nobody ever catches him.
Nope. Finds a way to get open.
DJ's analogies knows no bounds. We just related that to laundry, folks. Okay, here's Elgersma again from the shotgun. He gets a little pressure in the pocket there. Gets it off to Terrence Ferguson. So, and this is one of the things that I think, with a player like Elgersma, CD, you're going to want to watch, because his coaches loved his boys in the pocket up in Canada. It's a little different down here.
The clock is going to be a lot faster here. Yeah. All right, so his internal clock about how much time to deliver the football, he's got to cut that in half because those guys are on him a lot quicker than they were up in Canada.
I asked his coach, Michael Faulds, the head coach up at Laurier, what his signature was, and said it was standing in the pocket with poise and delivering balls into tight windows.
There's a lot of confidence in himself, too. He carries himself with a great air.
Getting a look at the 23 Doak Walker Award winner, Ollie Gordon, running the rock from Oklahoma State. Had a down year there in Stillwater.
Yeah, he is a big
he is.
back, though.
When he's rolling, it makes you think about it when he gets to the third level, doesn't he?
See what it sounds like.
Hey, go straight closer. 12 dose Z insert on 101. Ready?
All right, Elgersma command in the huddle. As we work through the first down, second down. It's usually early in the week process here. We got a little, we get a delay. What are we calling here?
But they didn't like something about how they got out of the huddle when they were at the line of scrimmage. They brought them back, started over again. See that a little bit on day one.
Wide break, X-corner post on 101.
It wasn't quite like John Gruden and Chris Sims, but Jason Vrabel doing a nice job here getting Elgersma going.
I was going to see if we can do the Siciliano tradition, which is to go, so what does that play mean? And me and Charles look at each other and go, I don't know. Let's see.
We'll have to ask them.
Shout out to Andrew. Did a great job up here, man in the booth for years here in Mobile. He's down here. We saw him. Come check out. Voice of the Cleveland Browns, who will certainly have their eyes on a number of talented prospects down here.
Yeah, taking over for Jim Donovan. We lost him during the year.
A legend. Andrew's got to find him some players while he's down here.
They put Andrew to work.
Big reason why they're here. Yeah. Saw Andrew Berry, their general manager. They'll find some players.
Let's get Tez the ball here. Let's get Tez Johnson the ball down the field.
Got him in the slot right now.
Pretty good pocket for Elgersma.
Called it.
Oh, got to get it out there.
Got to get it out there and give him a chance.
You got the arm, you want to use it, right? That's Jeff Bassa, his teammate at Oregon.
He's made 2 plays here. He had a nice fill against a run earlier in this session and then showed you the cover ability. So showing off the entire skill set.
Bassa is the ultimate alpha dog leader, green dot, without a doubt type of player. I think coaches and evaluators are going to love getting a chance to spend some time around him today.
Did that play count as it being a ball magnet, ball founded?
I think so.
He didn't even have to turn him back of the head because he was in coverage.
Is that a pass defense or a PBE? Unclear.
Depending on what you need for your contract.
That's right. Donovan Edwards wearing the winged helmet of the Michigan Wolverines. A couple of touchdowns in that 23 title game.
David Walker got back there and disrupted that out of Central Arkansas, number 33.
Looked like Lindenberg, 45 from Minnesota, was assisting him.
Cody, another one of those leader types on that second level for the Minnesota Golden Gophers this year.
Yeah, they turned out some linebackers now.
That's right. We got another one returning there, Maverick Baranowski, who you'll hear from shortly. All right, getting our first look here at Tyler Shuck from Louisville in at quarterback. Handed it off.
Guess who?
Damian Martinez.
Is that Bassa?
Bassa again. He's having a great period. Just Phil.
Yep.
Right, great eyes, just key diagnose and get downhill. And just enough. Just touch him just a little bit. Just let those pads pop just a tiny little bit.
Bassa is one of those first guy in the meeting room type of dudes, first defensive guy on the practice field. Says if he wanted to be the best linebacker in the country, he had to show it to his teammates and encourage them to work for the same goal. Here's Shuck. Getting that out on a little play-action boot to Terrence Ferguson from Oregon.
That was a little subtle thing, but Chuck did a nice job of getting his head back to the back and not whipping that head around right away. If he did, he would have hit right in the face.
But he sold it. He sold it really well.
Out of there.
You notice as he got his head around, though, he was looking right at Landon Jackson from Arkansas.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard to do. As a quarterback to just try and take your eyes away from that rusher. But if you get your head around too soon,
you don't sell the play.
That's not going to go well.
You don't sell the play at all.
This is
going to go well.
You don't sell the play at all.
This is the de facto sixth offense that Tyler Shuck has had to learn in his extensive collegiate career.
So that becomes an advantage as you move on.
It does. Nice quick throw out.
You hate it during those 6, but boy, when you get here and now you're going on the board, people asking you questions, they can't fire much at you haven't seen.
Nothing. Started out at Oregon, worked his way to Texas, where he had a couple unfortunate injuries pop up. Never threw more than 150 passes in a season before this year at Louisville, where, of course, the Brahms had him tossing it around their CD.
Yeah, they tend to like to do that a little bit. Like play pitch and catch. Can't imagine why, since they were both quarterbacks themselves.
Well, and that's what Shuck loved about it. He loved getting to, really get into their heads. And they were seeing it the way that he was seeing it, having played the position. He found that really valuable.
We got a little early start there.
That was our guy from North Dakota State, wasn't it?
Ray Zabel.
Yep. I just said I'm just that quick. You didn't see it. By the way, your dad, who's been the trainer of the Senior Bowl for how many years now?
53.
He's going to need to get a little extra ice for the shoulders of the officials this evening.
They're carrying a heavy load.
They are throwing a lot of flags today, day one.
Well, we're just trying to set the tone, okay? I think that's where we're at.
I want to see Josiah Stewart make an impact.
Let's see it. Out here working on the right side, Gavin Bartholomew, the tight end.
Number 0.
Yep. Shuck moving out to his left. Gets that clear to base shoulder from Virginia.
Was that Ja Joyner made him move his feet a little bit back there? I think it was number 17.
Ja Joyner, yes, 17, Minnesota, no doubt. He's a guy who learned from Boye Mafe at Minnesota, who had a fantastic Senior Bowl game. Doing great things for the Seahawks.
Well, it's interesting. Just look down there and see these body types on day one. I was keeping my eyes on Jaden Higgins from Iowa State. When you look at him for a wide receiver, you want an ex-wide receiver out there on the outsides. He's almost 6'4". He's 217 pounds. He's got 33 and change inch arms. He is big, physical, long. His first rep he won today, CD, and just watching him move around. He's someone I think is going to be a day 2 pick. He's going to fall somewhere in that 2nd, 3rd round area.
And you mentioned the body types. I'm always eager to come out here that first day because guys have not played at different, periods of time. Their inactivity in terms of having pads on. Some guys a little bit less because they went deep in the playoffs. Other guys, their season was over end of November, beginning of December. How did they ramp up and come here so they can practice the entire week, not have an injury, not have a pull?
Well, and look, size is one thing, using it is another. And 9 of his touchdowns this year, he had 9 touchdowns this year, 6 of the 9 coming in the red zone where you would expect him to be a popular target.
Quarterback's fun to watch, too.
All right, let's take a look at DJ. You've got your top 50 out right now. I can't wait to read the comments.
Oh, gosh.
Not quite like the mock draft comments, but we got the mock. These are the top 50 players on the national team. 9 of them here on the field right now, led by Mike Green, your 23rd overall player, the nation's sack leader from Marshall. Donovan Ezeraku right behind him, the edge rusher from Boston College there at 28. You've got 3 offensive linemen here that we've already talked about quite a bit. Connerly, left tackle for Oregon. Grace Abel is having a fantastic
day. Well, the last 2 guys on the list have been the best too so far.
That's right.
So what do I know? 48 and 49 have shown out so far.
But isn't that the fun of what you do? To see how people go up and down?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what's great about the Senior Bowl is you get to see good on good.
Exactly right. Best of the best right here. Draft starts in Mobile. We continue national team practice after this.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your outfit first before meeting your girlfriend's family.
The disappointment on their faces says it all.
Yeah, checking first is smart. Yeah. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Bull Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Bull Trapper. What's your beef?
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
What are you doing pouring the milk first?
Jason, it's milk first, Cinnamon Toast Crunch second. That's how we won.
Oh, hi. Okay, listen. I'm doing the same magical format I did last week. That's why we won.
Yeah, okay.
Buy $30 of General Mills, earn a $10 gift card in the Fetch app.
The Pro Bowl games are here. Advance to the next level. Time to level up. Turn up and tune in to a two-day competition as the league's biggest stars put their skills to the test. Take their games to the next level and go head-to-head in the flag football finale, coached by Peyton and Eli Manning. Amazing! The Pro Bowl games, presented by Verizon, starting Thursday at 7. Flag football finale Sunday at 3.
Your hair is personal, and so is hair loss. Through Hims, you can get access to proven ingredients and simple-to-use formulas for all types of hair loss. Your prescription and any follow-ups or questions are handled by licensed medical providers, 100% online. So whether you want to chew, pop, spray, or drop your way to regrowth, Hims can help you find the hair loss treatment that works for you. For regrowth in 3 to 6 months, get started today at hims.com.
The Ridge wallet is iconic at this point, but I'm just going to speak facts here. It's slim, it's RFID blocking, it's awesome, it's comfortable, I love it. I carry it every day. And then every wallet at ridge.com has like an unlimited lifetime warranty, so you don't have to worry about it falling apart. Check it out at ridge.com.
Dealing with failure, dealing with success. I feel like, I'm well equipped for the moment. So, I think after the zeros are on the clock, just given the opportunity throughout this whole week, I think there'll be a great chance to go prove them right and prove myself right and see what I can do.
Tyler Shuck, same recruiting class as Trevor Lawrence. Well-traveled and one of the most experienced players here at the Senior Bowl. You heard Jason Vrabel earlier in our show tell Tom Pelissero, you want to see these players take it from the meeting room to the practice field, and then, of course, we want to see them take it from the practice field to game day. Saturday, 2:30 Eastern Time, the 76th Annual Reese's Senior Bowl right here on NFL Network. A lot more on the way. Just getting started today. Just getting started here this week. Down in Mobile, 144 miles east of where we'll play Super Bowl 59 in a couple of weeks. Much more on the way from practice.
Tonight on The Insiders, we're live from the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, with practice coverage and one-on-one interviews. Plus, an early look at Super Bowl 59 and the latest news around the NFL. All tonight, 7 Eastern.
Oh, man, that TV. It's like we're in the game.
I know. So big. We had Best Buy install it.
Easy. Total game changer.
Bigger's better. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
So we went big with everything.
I can see that. Whoa. Wing? No, you got something on your...
What if game day was even bigger? Best Buy, official sponsor of Super Bowl 59.
I'm loving this live betting on DraftKings.
With so many options during the game, it feels like I'm calling the plays. Hi-yo! That's a touchdown! I told you. See, guys, I get the W. You know why? Because I chose right, but not this guy. I work hard and I study film, and I thought it was going here, but it wasn't. Give me the make-believe hat.
Hey, yo. Who's the king? Hey, man, watch the game, man.
Who's the fake king?
Watch the
I'm
game.
the king.
New DraftKings customers, download the app and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Being Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now I get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. Butterfly.
Wait, what?
See you on game day. Learn more at courtyard.com/NFL.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Shake, shake.
I joined SoFi because they've helped millions of members earn more money, save more money, borrow better, and invest for their ambitions. Join a generational player. SoFi, get your money right.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. Dak going for it, and he fumbles. Brilliant recovery with the Lowe's app. He always delivers. And so does the Lowe's app. In-store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
This is my coffee shop. We just moved into a bigger space, brought on another employee, and ordered new branded gear for the team. It was so easy. I just chose my products, added our logo, and placed my order. Bring your own team together with custom gear. Get started today at customink.com.
Some of the brightest stars in the NFL began their journey here, the College All-Star Games.
Justin Herbert.
And they're only on NFL Network.
Russell Wilson steps to the line of scrimmage.
Josh Allen, unbelievable.
Get an early glimpse of greatness as these NFL hopefuls look to make a name for themselves.
Whoa!
This is what I was meant to do.
Mayfield touchdown!
And McCarthy, welcome to the NFL.
The College All-Star Games starts Thursday at 8 on NFL Network.
All right, back here at the Reese's Senior Bowl. First practice of the week. National team on the field first, as they will be all week long. They'll lead it right up to 3 great practices, and then game day Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on NFL Network. I tell you what, if the weather on Saturday is anything like today, we are in for a treat. Hard to believe this area got 7 inches of snow last week, but here we are with some more one-on-ones here, guys.
Yeah, this is end of practice. The whole team watching. Oh, and Gabriel just out of his reach. That was a nice, beautiful ball from Gabriel. Plenty of air, just a little much.
Kyle Williams got loose there on Dorian Strong. Okay, now we get a O-line, D-line one-on-one. This is Josh Connerly working on Femi Oladejo from UCLA. Mike Caskett trying to keep everybody poised, make sure we got enough room to run the rep.
Connerly's having to play on the right side here.
No surprise either. Kafka coming from the Giants. You see this from Brian Daboll with his drills.
Oh, got him. Nice effort. Well, Connerly looked better on the right, than we saw on the left.
I know. It looked comfortable over there.
Let's see where we go next.
Oh, Bassa earned this one.
Get Bassa on a back. What's he going to be? Looks like Donovan Edwards from Michigan. He's got a lot to prove here this week.
This depends on who gets the advantage. If it's a passing, if you're going out in a route, it goes to the running back. Yep. If it's a rush, the quarterback, it goes to the linebacker.
This looks like a pass route.
Bassa did begin his career as a safety at Oregon.
Closed the space. Good job by Bassa, but he went right by him. He should have just stayed vertical.
Close it again.
Oh. And he broke it up. Good recovery.
Never gave up on the play.
Finish. Got a couple of different coaching points right there, positive and
my first thought was, I know what route the coach gave me, but if I'm Edwards and I catch him flat-footed, I'm calling an audible. I'm just going.
Taking it deep.
I am Randy Moss throwing my left hand up, and let's go get it.
Another look at it there. Oh, Edwards almost brings that one down. Looked like it was Elgersma from Laurier on the throw. What do we have lining up now?
Yeah, we got
Restrepo in the slot.
Yeah, we got some slot action going on here. Is that Quincy Riley, who's had a good day?
Better get your hands on him right away. And look how Restrepo's back off the line of scrimmage.
It's Shuck trying to beat his teammate.
Yeah, he ran himself out of the route, essentially. Spun out on the grunt. It really wasn't bad coverage.
Oh, Arroyo, here we go.
Yeah, Arroyo definitely earning a shot at the best on best.
I'll tell you, this is not going to be a curl. It's going to get down the field.
And working on 13, Keandre Jackson.
Let the big dog eat here. Let him get vertical down the field.
Right down the seam. There he is.
In the corner, he hit him with the shoulder. And look at the separation he's able to generate. Just that little subtlety at the top of the route, CD, just gave him a little bit of a lean, and that makes that a very easy throw and really caps a phenomenal practice for him.
I'm not quite there yet, but know what I'm seeing? Shades of Sam Laporta coming out. With that type of movement.
I thought you were going to see that helmet and go with Jimmy Graham.
Well, we're the 82. That's what I was thinking, Deej, but yeah.
I tried to go recency.
That's fair.
How about the patience defensively right there?
Right on it.
Higgins tried to get cute with his release. He kind of backs up and just doesn't fall for it. Is that Quincy Riley?
It was.
Indeed. Just patient, and then stays right in his pocket all the way down the field.
But you go to a Giants practice, you see this all the time. Brian Daboll with those, hey, all right, competition. Who's going to win it? One-on-one, different positions, different things. Mike Kafka bringing that with him here as a head coach today.
Well, look, and it's a great carrot, right? At the end of the practice, get a chance, from your work in the earlier periods, to earn the opportunity to be in front of the team now. Coach Kafka bringing everybody up.
The other part, DJ, coaches want to see who wants to embrace it, right? Not so sure about jumping out there. That leaves an impression, correct?
No doubt. I bet you some of these guys can be lobbying for those reps.
They want to be the ones
meetings.
out there. Coach, I got next one.
All right, so the national team practice number 1 now in the books. Look at Donovan Edwards. They're talking to Jeff Bassa, having a good time, those two. Terrific careers for both of them. I think Edwards has a chance, an opportunity to, kind of reestablish himself. After
didn't have the year he wanted,
outsnapped by Khalil Mullings this year at the running back spot.
Because remember, when they won the national championship, it looked like he was jet propelled to go into the next season.
Yeah, and has been very forthright about his struggles with mental health on the course of his journey. Was on the cover of the NCAA video game back this year, so definitely a well-known name, and look forward to seeing him as the national team will get back out on the practice schedule tomorrow. Dylan Gabriel, nice day today as well. The lefty from Oregon. Couple of shots for big plays, and we'll get a chance to chat with him. He's going to join us down on the field here in just a moment, right here in our Reese's Senior Bowl practice, following workout number 1 for the national team here at Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, Alabama.
Taxes was waiting. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who can do your taxes in a day, so you can get up to $4,000 instantly. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
But you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Something amazing is happening here. Data is bringing creativity to life. That's because CDW showed animation studios new ways to maximize their infrastructure, then built a flexible Dell Technologies data solution. More automation led to greater efficiency, which means creativity stays the star of the show. Make amazing happen. Dell Technologies and CDW.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco. Make me go loco.
Come see the Royal Caribbean.
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
A real meal deserves a real dessert, like the DQ $7 meal deal. With a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken strip.